Welcome to the Axecast. It is the Saturday, April 18th, 2026 edition of the Axecast. I'm your host, Caleb, along with my co-hosts, Eric Parmenter and Luke Enemark. Guys, how we doing?
Doing good.
Nice, man. Nice, man. Well, another Grizzlies season is behind us, and it could not have gotten here any quicker. Finally, the Grizzlies do not have to be on nationally televised games. They don't have to be on anybody's TV. We get a decently long break before we have to watch that product that was being put on a basketball court. Um, we're now officially waiting for ping pong balls. Seeing where we stack up and lottery odds with our other picks and of course our own. So, guys, you guys are, I'm sure, probably more well advanced in terms of like understanding the picks that we got. Uh, what are you guys hoping for with the draft picks? And if you could just break it down for the audience on where we're going to stack with the picks.
Yeah, so we have our own first round pick, which our tragic loss to the Jazz and just our historic tanking down the stretch of the season helped us secure the uh, worst, sixth worst reverse standing order. So, like, we have a 9% chance at the first overall pick and much improved odds to, like, stay within the top six. Um, this whole weekend, though, or this past week, uh, I forget how we acquired. I think it was maybe part of the Desmond Bain trade. Um, we had a chance for this first round pick from Orlando if either Orlando or Phoenix did not make it out of the play-in tournament. We would have acquired that pick as a lottery pick. Um, but unfortunately, last night, both of those teams did not do us any favors. So now that will, I believe, be number 16 overall, which, I mean, obviously it sounds bad that we didn't get another lottery pick and now it'll be the 16th pick, but in reality, it would have been the last lottery pick, and the odds of it actually bumping up to anything higher than like a number 12 through 14 pick would be very low. So,
but we still get it, right? It's just the 16th.
Yeah, so it would have probably been like number 14 or 12 or something. Now it's going to be like 16. So, I mean, it would have been nice to have another little low percentage chance at the first overall pick. But, I mean, we're going into the most stacked draft class that I can remember, in good shape with our own pick. And then, another top 16 pick. So I can't really complain about that. And if we know anything about how this front office operates, I'd expect there to be movement on draft night on how we go up and are aggressive to move up and go get our guy, whoever we identify, as well as I believe we have the number 32 overall pick, so second pick in the second round as well. And I mean, how many times has Zach Kleiman moved like a early second round pick up to even swoop in at the end of the first round? So as of now, that's where we're at, but I would not be shocked if there's a lot of movement there with how we handle it.
Yeah, agreed. The Grizzlies did a great job last week of the season, like going from 8th worst to 6th worst. That was pretty exciting to see. We got our hopes up for the Suns and Magic to lose. Fortunately, did lose the first play-in game, couldn't quite lose another one. So that was a little disappointing. Would have been cool to see like another chance, but I don't know if I remember like the worst lottery odds ever moving up. But it would have been cool. I am expecting the Grizzlies to make a lot of trades in the draft. Always do it. Should we go into who we are hoping they're going to draft?
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Yeah, do it.
Well, I think there's like a few situations, like if they end up moving up, which would be super awesome. There's like 3 guys, and one of my hot takes is I think that Cameron Boozer is going to be not so good.
Yes. Yes. I'm on that train.
You are you?
Yeah.
I think he's he abuses his size, and like it works in college, but I don't think it's like the most applicable to the NBA. I think the other two guys could be really good, being Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, especially DeBonsa, and then like everyone talks about Peterson's like health questions, which I think are real, and like also like motivation, like you want players who want to play, you know what I mean? And I think the Grizz have dealt with that a lot with Morant, kind of. So I don't know if we want to sign up for that again. If we don't end up moving up, we still would have a pretty high pick. And then there's a lot of like such a good draft. I really liked watching Keaton Wagler in the March Madness. I thought he was really good. I thought Darius Acuff went pretty crazy. Like I'm living in Arkansas right now, and like everybody is like so obsessed with Darius Acuff. It's crazy. I think like it'd be a mistake to try to draft like one of these guys like Lindeborg or someone who's like really old at this stage in our rebuild. We need someone who has like a potential, you know. So that's my initial take of right now.
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I'm kind of out on the Cameron Boozer thing, man. Like he's he played a big man role, you know, at Duke, obviously. National Player of the Year, right? Second Duke freshman in a row to win National Player of the Year. But dude, if we're comparing him to Cooper Flagg, I mean, Cooper Flagg wins that 10 out of 10 times. He seems very one-dimensional on the offense, not an elite shooter, right? You know, we kind of saw that come up in the March Madness games. Teams were just daring him to shoot. You know, it's like if Cam Boozer knocks down 8 threes and beats us, so be it. And that was really the game plan, it looked like, later in the tournament for teams going up against Duke. So, and yeah, like you said, Luke, I mean, he's a big guy, but dude, I mean, he's what, 6'10", and pretty much everybody in the league's got a 7-footer.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm with you. I don't see it working out in the long term in the league for Cameron Boozer, at least right away. So yeah, I'm kind of good on Cameron Boozer as a lottery pick. DeBansta seems probably like the number one pick. If let's just assume I just did one sim on Tankathon. Grizz got the second pick behind the Hawks. So if that's the scenario, I would imagine, dude, that's depressing. The Pelicans don't even have their pick against the Hawks, dude.
That was their own stupidness. Like,
yeah, that's brutal. So yeah, this Tankathon sim had the Hawks taken one. So I'm assuming that the Hawks would take DeBansta, which I think would be the number one pick. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to pair him with they got Ricochet, right? I guess they are wing heavy and Jalen Johnson. I don't know. Maybe they would go Darren Peterson. But to be honest, I'm kind of good on Darren Peterson as well for all the reasons you said, Luke. Kind of out on a diva point guard that doesn't really want to play, seems hot and cold. You know, love John Morant and, you know, his time, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll get into all that later. And then, at this point, I would go Acuff over Peterson. Yes, the ceiling is probably significantly lower for Acuff over Peterson, but, dude, give me a guy the guy was in a boot 2 days before he played like 50 minutes, including overtime against Alabama, and dropped like what, 45 or 49, whatever it was. Like, dude, give me that guy. Yeah, sure. Like, and I mean, I think if Darius Acuff was like 2-3 inches taller, I think he would be far and away the number one pick. I'd over DeBansta, just from his grit, his maturity alone. So I'm a big Acuff guy as well. I wasn't, but Wagler looks good. Who else was I thinking of? Caleb Wilson. I would take probably my top three would be, let's just say the Grizz get number one. probably Debansta 1, Acuff 2. Nah, I'd probably go Debansta, Caleb Wilson, then Acuff. That'd probably be my top 3. And then maybe, I mean, I'm out on like the Braden Burries, the Koa Pete, that other. I know you're an Arizona guy, Luke, but those guys were not impressing me. I'll tell you who I am super low on is Nate Ament. I mean, dude, what do you do? Like, why would I draft you, man?
It's because he's long. Like he's got like his high school tape was kind of crazy, and then he didn't play well this year.
Right.
It's like the intent. It's like the measurements for him. That's why he's so highly touted.
Yeah, I guess.
But I don't see it. Yeah,
I don't see it. That was kind of who all I liked. Eric, you didn't get really a chance to share your picks. Who do you like?
So I agree with a lot of what you guys said, but I have a couple pretty big disagreements just with where the Grizzlies are at as a team. Like, I think for us, like a big board you throw out the window. Like, I don't think like the consensus rankings of like who we think this guy is right now versus this guy, I don't think that matters. I think you have to fully swing on like we need our next superstar, right? Like we need a guy that's like, and we obviously think Cedric Howard's going to be that. We have Zach Edey that's supposed to be a cornerstone of our team, but like, so I agree with Debansa. He's probably my top guy if we got lucky enough to get up there. But like, you can't just pass up a guy like Darren Peterson when he was dealing with all these injuries this year. And sure, like I'll give him some benefit of the doubt to injuries, but I'm sure part of it was him being a little bit of a diva. I can't really speak on that, but just his pure talent. Like you can't just pass on a guy because of just 1 year of bad press. And like he's unbelievable. Like people just think of like his scoring. Like he's an unbelievable defender too. Like he's super long and athletic and just gadgety. Like the way he moves, like it's like Michael Bridges almost. So that's who we've been looking for years on a Grizzlies team, is someone with that profile. So he's my number 2 overall. As far as Cameron Boozer, I'm in the same boat. He was, all year he looked good against college competition, but again, in the biggest stage in March, he kind of shriveled, and there was plenty of games in that tournament where he just looked pedestrian. So I wasn't really impressed, and I agree, like, the way he plays, I don't think he's going to be able to play that bully ball style in the NBA. Like, he'll get a pretty early wake-up call to that, and doesn't mean he can't improve or, like, modify his game, but I don't see, like, the super high ceiling for him, and I feel like we have to be swinging for the fences with someone that could potentially turn out to be, like, a 1 or 2 on our team. And then, yeah, I think my next guy is Keaton Wagler. Him and Acuff are probably in the next tier for me. I love Acuff. It's just, again, his size is just something that between him and like Fleming's, they're just a little too small. Like we've seen this story before with Ja getting picked on defensively and like small guards. Like, but again, like if we build a team around them, maybe that's better suited to handle it, then sure. Like if we have lengthy defenders all over the place and like we could be able to compensate for their lack of size, sure. But obviously they're fantastic offensive players. But I definitely think Wagler, like outside of just being a scorer, he's just a really good like playmaker and like IQ. Like he makes like Jokic passes. It's kind of ridiculous. I've watched him play a lot this year. Yeah, my only other take, I'd say, just going down the board, I don't think Nate. Yeah, I agree with Nate Ament. That's like the most you see every mock draft. It's like, oh, Nate Ament from Tennessee, that he's a Grizzly. But no, please no. But that's kind of where I'm at. But I think you guys we'd make a big mistake if we just passed on Darren Peterson just because of 1 year of narratives, and we don't know what was actually going on behind the scenes. And for any Grizzlies fan that's trying to be like, I don't want to take a guy that has injury history. Anybody we've brought in, we could bring in Mikal Bridges, who literally has not missed a game in his career in the NBA, and he would find a way to miss 30 games. Desmond Bane left the Grizzlies, and this year he played a full season in Orlando. And how many years was he injured for the Grizzlies? Yeah. So it's clearly I don't care about anyone's injury history unless it's like they got hit by a bus and like tore their vertebrae and have like career altering injuries. Like that's not a thing I'm considering in my analysis.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, to play like devil's advocate like that, Jalen Johnson kind of did the same thing at Duke. He kind of like quit on his team halfway through the year. And then obviously he's been, all-star this year in Atlanta. And, they completely just moved on from Trae Young. And now we're pivoting to building around Jalen Johnson. But it hasn't gotten as much media attention as the Darren Peterson thing has. So, to play that devil's advocate, I can see that.
It's just it's exciting though. Like, just real quick, I'll say it's exciting like on the margins too to see like what we do. Like with that 32nd pick, like it's such a good draft for Kleiman to like swoop in at the end of the first and find just a gem, because there's going to be so many guys that like obviously everyone's focused on the top like 15 picks in this draft, but like there's so many guys on the back end too that I could just see Kleiman finding a guy and we're going to love him.
Right.
Agreed. For the record, I also agree. Like Peterson for sure, number 2. Like not to say, just concerning a little bit. I also, Caleb, you mentioned the Arizona guys. I think, like I agree about Pete, like good college player. Don't think he's gonna do well in the NBA, but Braden Burries, I think he's really good. I think he'll be like a really good NBA player where he ends up. Like he's such a good like transition ball handler. Like I feel like every single time he got a rebound, he's like racing the other end and like finds a way to like get an easy layup. Like, he's really good at maneuvering that, and like amazing shooter. Like Arizona wouldn't really hardly shoot threes, but Burry's like whenever he put it up, it seemed like it was going in. And like he like worked his way from being kind of like afterthought in the offense at the beginning of the year to being like their primary focal point on like arguably, okay, clearly they lost to Michigan, but one of the best teams in the country as a freshman. So I think like Burries would be a really good pickup if it ends up being like we don't move up and maybe even fall. I would like to see him. Problem is with him, he's like for did I just lose y'all? Okay, he's a little bit old for a prospect. Did I cut out?
Yeah, a little bit there, but I think we got it all.
Okay, cool.
My
last thing is,
I
think like Eric mentioned this a second ago, like for the 32nd pick or like end of the draft swoop in, like Malik Thomas right now from the Arkansas is declared currently and like considering coming back. I think he's so good. Like he would be such a good pickup, like at that range probably. That's my sneaky pick.
I like that.
Yeah. Some other guys in the lottery that we didn't mention, and then I'll give kind of my late second or early second, late first picks. Michael Brown Jr., Louisville. He's gotten a lot of attention here. He's actually so on this Tankathon mock draft, it's Acuff at 7. We've got Keaton Wagler going 6th to us, and then Acuff 7th. Braden Burries right behind him at 8, and then Michael Brown Jr. at 9. And then just the most realistic pick ever, Nate Ament going 10th to the Bucks. That's just the most accurate thing. And then LeBron Philon Jr., the Alabama point guard, going 11th to the Warriors. Yaxel Lindenborg going 12th. Those are just some of the other names to round out the lottery. I wouldn't hate. I mean, Yaxel is just, he's so old. Like, I mean, he's like literally our age, you know. It's like, but I would not mind Michael Brown Jr., but it's got to be like if we stay sixth or less. Like I would like him over a Braden Burries, I think.
Yeah, that would be like a swing pick. That'd be like a conviction climbing, and the guys like him. Because I think he showed flashes of he could be really good, but I think he's just less like of a sure thing right now. But yeah, if it's the right pick and like we're not picking him top 6, I could get on board for that.
Yeah.
Him and like Kingston Flemings and also Nate Amon, of course, I think are for me like kind of ones I would avoid.
I do agree. I'm low on Kingston Flemings as well. I know he had one pretty solid game at Houston towards the end of the regular season where he dropped like 30 something, I think. But I was just not impressed with Kingston Flemings as well. I like being able to. I like Top Recruit signing up, you know, to go play for Kelvin Sampson at Houston. I do like that. Yeah, I think that says a lot about your mentality, but he just did not really impress me as far as
good at is like he's kind of quick and he's foul baits all the time. It's not.
Yeah.
If we swooping in the end of the first, one name I like is Morez Johnson from Michigan. He's just a dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
As much
I never
as
thought I would see the day when Eric Parmenter would like a Michigan player for us to draft. Who are you?
I'm an unbiased scout.
Who are you, and what have you done with Eric Parmenter?
Unbiased scout.
That's crazy. Just below him in this Tankathon mock draft, I am a huge Isaiah Evans guy. I love Isaiah Evans. I thought he showed out in the tournament. Everybody's going to dog on him because he didn't get a hand up on the impossible UConn shot, the 40-footer that went in. And everybody was going to clown him for that one split-second decision. But I thought, you know, and this is just like me personally, you know, I was a big Paul George guy, you know, back in the game. Still is. Paul George's like having a real comeback season this year. Just like no weaknesses in his game, you know. It's just like, dude, you can do anything on a basketball court, you know. You're like 6'6", you know, to 6'6" to like the 6'8" height, you know, something like that. You can put the ball on the floor. You can score on all three levels. You can slash, mid-range, three. You know, if you're invested, you can be a really good defender. Long wingspan. I love Isaiah Evans towards you know, if he falls all the way to us in that second round pick, or even if we want to move up a couple to the end of the first, I'm high on him. I would want to see a little bit more of his buy-in, like what Kleiman in the front office would think about him mentality wise, but I love what he can do on the basketball floor.
Kleiman's a Duke guy too. I actually do really like him. I'm surprised he's not like mocked to go a little higher than what he is.
Me too.
He's a shooter, and he does it all.
You brought it up, like maybe even another guy I forgot about is Braylon Mullins, who made the shot. He's got kind of like going late too.
I don't know how I feel about him.
He kind of it seems like the lights kind of got a little bright in the championship game.
Dude, I mean,
he has his moments.
Hard though.
Yeah, it's probably hard shooting in like a football stadium. Like the depth perception is crazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did you see those TikToks of like the fans like zooming out of like how far away they're sitting and they can see like hardly nothing?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Did you ever go to a Final Four game when you were in Indiana?
No, but I went to the NIT championship game in where Butler plays. and we watched Robbie Avila and the Sacramento State Sycamores. They lost to Seton Hall, but it was electric in the Hinkle Fieldhouse for the NIT championship.
Is that the guy who plays for St. Louis now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was electric in there. Yeah, no,
Nice.
some of my buddies in Indy were like, dude, come up, watch the Final Four. I was like, yeah, I should have.
But it's still exciting where we're at. Like, it would have been nice to have 2 lottery picks, obviously, but this is like honestly the most fun time of the year. Is just the hope of who we can get. Like last year, I mean, we got our Cedric Howard, and he's just so impressive. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get to this later, but like he's like the one hope we have as a franchise. Like, I love everything about that guy. The way he talks, the way he's a leader, the way he plays. He's like too unselfish. He needs to be like more aggressive shooting, hunting his shots. But like,
yeah,
that's like such a good piece to have if we're doing a full on rebuild. Is we have that guy on our team.
I think like it makes me mad when Jalen Wells is in the game and Cedric Howard isn't, because like Jalen Wells I think is not good at all. I'm like, I sell all my Jalen Wells stock if I had any.
I still am holding on. He's still good defensively. His shot is just too streaky, but like I still like him, and he's still young. I mean, how old is he?
Get him out of here.
Yeah, I just
go ahead.
I just look at Jalen, and I really want it for Jalen because I love rooting for Jalen Wells. I just do. It's a great story. He's got a good head on his shoulders. But man, I didn't watch a ton of Jalen Wells minutes this year to, put the hand up, total honesty. Did not watch a ton of Jalen Wells minutes this year, but I just don't see a playoff contributor come April and May and possibly June. I just don't see valuable minutes from Jalen Wells.
It's in there. I'm telling you, it's in there.
I've been wrong. I've been wrong about way more before. So
now, maybe it's a situation where he needs to be coming off the bench. Maybe to Luke's point, like Cedric should be starting, and he's like one of our hot guys off the bench. But like, he was one of the few guys we had that defended people. Like he defends, and then the games that his shot's falling, it's falling, and then the other times it's like Dylan Brooks shooting bricks down at a construction site.
Yeah.
All right, but just close your eyes and envision with me here. We need it. It's April. It's May. The Grizzlies need a solid 8 minutes of playing time from Jalen Wells to go up against a Kawhi Leonard, a Jamal Murray, a Devin Booker. I do not see those minutes going favorably for the Grizzlies.
But we would still have Ty Jerome on our team, and the other team doesn't.
All right. I like Ty. You're right. That has been one of the good. Don't deflect that from Jalen Wells, but I do like Ty.
Luke, have you watched?
How many
Ty
games
Jerome? He played like 13, I think, because we were trying to lose.
Yeah,
he's good.
He is good.
He's good.
We should I know, Caleb, we've got some segments to get to here. But if we have time today, we should just go through who's on our current roster.
Let's do it.
And who we trust and who needs to go.
Let's do it. We did that last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We did at some point.
I think we did that last season recap.
Do we?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a healthy exercise.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, unfortunately, BC.
I'm out on him finally.
Yeah,
I was holding on.
Finally.
I mean, to be honest, the fact that he's had a roster spot this long, that's enough.
Yeah.
The fact that we've held on to you, and then you do this, and then it was the whole, dude, that ESPN notification. It's it's been a rough. it has been a rough couple of months to be a Memphis resident and a Memphis sports fan, with everybody just hating on you, hating on your city. Oh wow, yeah, wow. Eric's like, all right,
You got bored.
out here, but with Brandon, it's just like, dude, what are you? I mean, I just getting that ESPN notification. It's like, dude, after all that we've been through the back half of this season, and then Brandon Clark's going to do that. Like,
dude, I
waiting
like,
for the
his rookie year. That was so good.
Yes.
And then,
Yeah.
like, it's all started like when some like I don't even know which coach it was, but whoever it was who was working on him with his jump shot, the first offseason he came back and just could not shoot it. It was like he had like such a long like two motion one, like he'd be in the air like almost like falling halfway down before he'd finally release it. And it looked terrible. And never made it after that first offseason. And he shot it well his first season, I thought. I don't know why they tried to mess with it. And then I think after like year or the next year, he might have played like 20 combined games for the last 3 seasons. So too bad about that.
Let me get Eric in here. Eric just wants to bow out when I got
kicked out.
Oh, likely story. That's what I would say.
Yeah, story.
He was like, Caleb's talking about Brandon Clark. I gotta go. But no, we were just basically saying, you know, see you BC. It was fun while it lasted, but the good times were well behind us.
We bought Brandon Clark stock at $10 a share, and then it rocketed up to $80 a share.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt, and it tumbled all the way down to 20 cents, and we're like too sentimental to try to just cut all of our losses and sell it, and now it's time to sell.
Yeah.
Now it's at bankrupt. Now it's zero.
Yeah. Zero. So BC we're out on expecting a cut or release or waive or whatever in the offseason, I would imagine. Let's see. We already talked about Jerome. I think we're all high on Jerome. It was a great, you know, that take has panned out well for Eric. Who else we got? I mean, obviously we're all high on Cedric. You know, I don't think he'll crack the first team all rookie this year just because this rookie class was loaded. I mean, he got Cooper Flagg, the first teenager to drop multiple 50-point games, and then his college roommates made like the most threes ever for a rookie and like leading the league in 3-point makes. So Knipple and Flagg are definitely first team all rookie. Edgecombe in Philly has been good. Who else? I'm trying to think who he's competing with. I guess he could, but they do it like by position, right? So it's like you kind of already have your wings.
I think they do it by position, but it's kind of like they're lenient about what counts for what position, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if they want to list Cooper Flagg as the center, then maybe you know, Ced can break the first team, but I would imagine at least the second team.
Yeah, that'd be a crime against humanity if he didn't make that.
Right. Let's see who. I mean, what are some other names? I mean, we signed infinite guys on 10 days, you know, per usual when it gets to this time of the year.
Where are we at on Omax? Because I think I'm an actual believer.
He has to have a roster spot.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care that the ceiling is lower. But Omax has to have the hustle alone. You need a guy. You need a dog.
He's a dog.
Every championship team has a dog. You know, I know that's what we try to do with Marcus Smart. And I know it didn't work out in Memphis, and I know they didn't even win a championship. But it's like, you know, teams sign like a Patrick Beverly. You know, stuff like you got to have a dog on a winning team.
I think he started off like a John Conchar type of like signing, and he like developed into like an actually good player. He can shoot it too. It's really
40%.
Yeah.
He shot better than Jalen Wells from
Yeah.
three on like decent volume.
Yeah. Gigi has kind of turned around.
He's like
not so much.
Like he only like plays well in games that don't matter at all. Yeah. And like he needs like to be able to take a ton of shots. My brother has season tickets to the Hustle, and he said that like the Hustle, like their plus minus is so awful when Gigi's in the game. Like he just would shot chuck like the whole game and make like nothing.
Yikes.
He's like the most polarizing player in Grizzlies history. Like on social media, there's like half the fan base is like, dude, did you see that dunk? Like, we can't let this guy go. Like, he's so freaky athletic. He's like Paul George. Like, we cannot let him go. And then the other ones, like, everyone sees like his air balls from three or like his goofy passes and stuff. Like, this guy's not, like, not ready. And like, I'm kind of in the middle. I still can't make up my mind on him. I just think it's too early to just let him go at this point because he's 21.
He's still signed to a $2.2 million contract. I mean, that's a lot of money, but in NBA terms, that's dirt cheap. So, you know, that rookie deal might as well.
He shot 33% from three. That can't happen.
Yeah.
That in today's NBA, that can't happen.
He was being better on the times that I watched him about just like 1-2 dribbles. You know, put the ball on the floor and get yourself downhill, you know? Kind of like what we were talking about with Dylan Brooks. You know, it's like, dude, we like you slashing to the rim, but when you want to get the, you know, think you can shoot everything underneath the sun, Kobe Bryant mentality, it's not working out.
Yeah.
He's good at that one move where he like puts it and he like takes the ball and goes like over the defender like a swim move kind of. Like that's his only like thing he does.
The Donovan Mitchell, Dwayne Wade, high dribble pickup. Yeah.
No, it's the Gigi Jackson.
That's what I'm saying.
Santi.
Keep.
I'm Team Santi.
Team Santi?
But we need defenders around him because, like, that's his. The bad part with Santi is his defense. Like, he's a literal traffic cone.
Right.
Like, not just bad, like literal traffic cone.
Let's be honest though. Zach Kleiman is not getting rid of Santi Aldama. That man loves Santi Aldama.
Yeah, that's like that might be his finest work in the draft is finding him. Like honestly, like pound for pound.
And he will not let that go. He's not letting him go.
Wasn't he a first round pick, or was he like an early second?
He was number 30.
Number 30. That's insane.
Who else was number 30 though? Desmond Bane.
Yeah.
Kleiman is such an end of first round merchant. Yeah. Like he loves giving a pick at the very
end. I love having Taj Gibson in the locker room, just a vet. I mean, I'm not expecting much contributions on the floor, but just a vet.
Fair.
I agree. Could use more of those.
KCP. I think I'm good.
I think I'm out on him. Yeah.
I think I'm good for $21 million too. You know.
No.
I think I'm good.
We do have this big trade exception still to use this summer. I guess we don't have to use it, but
Clayton, Walter Clayton.
I don't think he's good.
Yeah, it's too early to tell, but wasn't good this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same boat. It's just like you're not the biggest point guard, you know. In today's terms, probably a little on the undersized side of it. And you don't really do anything elite on top of being slightly smaller, you know?
Well, that's the thing was in college, his elite skill was just ridiculous shot making.
Right.
Like he would hit all these crazy threes and like was really consistent with it. And that has not translated to the NBA yet.
Right.
Kleiman said the other day, he's like, yeah, I'm not worried about a shot at all. Like that's going to come around. But like we haven't seen that yet, like in the NBA level. So I don't know.
Taylor Hendricks.
I mean, it's interesting. And that's, I mean, he's one of those high upside guys you need to keep around.
I liked him. He was pretty good. He can shoot it too. I think I remember Eric like saying during his draft that Taylor Hendricks was one of the players that you liked, right?
Yep. Out of UCF.
Lit up the Tigers back when UCF was in the Tigers conference. $6 million too, relatively cheap contract.
I thought he was great.
I think we're all on the same page with Edie. I'm lower on Edie than you guys are, but keep for sure. Meshack, Jemai Meshack.
Yes. He's actually like really good. Like if he just develops a semblance of offense, like any offense, he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
I could see it. You guys are probably higher on Meshack than I would be, but you know, it would be out of character for me to say, let's get rid of a dog. So, yeah, I mean,
he's got some max in him.
He did like he had that possession against who's the is he Chinese, the center for the Trailblazers?
Young hands.
Yeah. He like had that possession where he, swiped the ball away from him, in transition, whatever. Scotty Pip.
Keep up.
We got dude. This says we're still paying him $2.2 million. He's got to be up for a contract extension, right? Yeah, dude. So yeah, I'm Scotty Pip for sure, backup point guard. I would take him over Clayton Jr. for backup point guard. Javon Small.
Okay.
I like weirdly like him, but like I don't know. He's also polarizing, but because he's pretty small too, isn't he? Isn't he like 6'1"?
Yeah. Let's see. 6'1".
But he also like tries. Like he's a dog. Like, and he shot 42% from three. Wow. Yeah. We just have a lot of guards. Like,
yeah.
We have Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen, Walter Clayton, and Javon Small on the same team, and Cam Spencer.
Yeah, I was about to get
that too, but
and John Morant.
And John Morant. Yeah. I don't know. I like him though. I don't know if we're gonna keep him, but I like him.
I'm just thinking when rubber meets the road, and you got to have a 15-man roster.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably on the other side.
But we can, as fans, have these guys we like to cling on to.
Yeah. We're not the ones making the big decisions at the end of the day. So
yeah.
Cam Spencer, I think we're all on the same page. Cam Spencer's a dog. Is that your Cam Spencer jersey? Dude, no way. That's fire. That's fire.
I'm obviously still big on Cam Spencer, but I will say he's developing a little bit of Luke Kennard syndrome and needs to shoot more.
Yeah. We already talked about Jalen Wells. Let me tell you, I got a special place in my heart for Dariq Whitehead, just because that 2020 Montverde team came and played a tournament in Memphis at Briarcrest senior year of high school. And I mean, Cade Cunningham was effortlessly the best player on the court. It was phenomenal to watch. Moses Moody was on that team. Scotty Barnes sat out for an injury, but Dariq Whitehead was on that team. And I was like, I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. So I don't know if he can crack a 15-man roster. But what it seems like we're so guard heavy, and you might need a shooter, kind of play that 2 or 3 position. I hope they keep him around for summer league.
Agreed. He was too good for the tank. We had to literally take him off the court. And then Tomas was asked about it after the game. He's like, we're really having to take a look at these guys, long-term availability and their growth, and we don't want to put their bodies through too much. That was his excuse for taking them out.
Yeah.
For being too good.
Right.
AKA, we're tanking and he's too good, so he's not
good. All these other players we've talked about and covered at least at some point. So that's pretty much everybody, that we can seriously consider. There's some other names that on these 10-day contracts that we didn't get to, but really the inevitable Ja Morant, the only other player on this roster. It's been another drama-filled season with Ja. I think was the last time that we spoke. I want to say that was like right when the international games were going on. Is that right?
Maybe a little bit after, around then, I think.
Around then. I think Luke couldn't make it, and I think it was just no, it was after the JJJ trade.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was after the Jaren trade. But yeah, what are y'all's thoughts on the whole Ja thing? Hopefully it's the last time we have to talk about this.
Luke?
I'm like really sad. Like he was my favorite player. He was like the best player I think talent-wise we've ever had. And like just it sucks that like the one time we like the last time we moved up in the lottery was to get Ja, and we had worse odds to get him move up when we had that pick than we do now. Side note, but like I remember like going to his rookie year games with that game pack. It was so fun. He was so exciting, and it's like, why does it have to be our guy that ends up being like an idiot and doing all this stuff so that he can't play, like getting hurt all the time? Not really his fault, but like all this extra nonsense that drove him to like have to be sent off the team it's like frustrating, and like it's so hard for a small market team to get players to come here. You pretty much just like have to draft them and convince them to stay. So like I thought we had like someone we could be watching until we were like really old, and now like it happened so fast that I mean it didn't really even happen fast, but like it's the change from like that rookie year to now is like depressing, and like now we're really at square like zero. It's got hopefully we can find someone new in the draft, but it's just like hard to look back at how excited I was about how great he was, and like we were winning playoff games. Now it's here we are. Like we had like called 12, like making all these game winners. So it sucks. But definitely we are where we are now. Can't like be delusional, but I'm really sad.
Like growing up, like with the grit and grind team, there was never a definitive guy where you're like, oh yeah, he's the clear cut superstar of this team. It was like, oh, we have Zach Randolph and Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol and Tony Allen. Like they work together as a group. Like they're all equally a part of it. Whereas like with Ja Morant, he was the first like clear cut, like, oh, he is the superstar. Like he is the guy on this team. Like he's a global superstar. Like he's going to China, like on these Nike tours, and like people are flocking to him, and like people outside of Memphis all over the world are becoming Grizzlies fans because of this guy. Like we've never seen anything like that before. And yeah, I mean, at the peak of it in like 2021 and 2022, like we were on the top of the world, and we thought we were just, tapping into the potential of what he could be. And yeah, I mean, partially by his own doing and decisions off the court as well as injuries. It just hasn't panned out. But I think Luke's point, can't be delusional about it. I think we've been holding on to this hope for a couple years now that, on a year that he'd get healthy and be available, that things would change and we'd be back to where we were. And even Kleiman before the season said, like, this is a big year for Ja Morant. Like, this has to be the year, basically, that he gets back to who he is. And it didn't happen. So can't be delusional and need to move on. But it doesn't mean as a fan that we don't like him and don't want to see him succeed. It just, as an organization, it doesn't align with, like, we can't just keep holding on to this hope that, like, oh, he's going to come back and be the man that we once saw and be like the player that was electrifying night in and night out and always had a smile on his face and all that stuff. So, yeah, I guess we can get into how we think it's going to happen. Did you guys see he was at the Suns game last night?
No.
He was in a suite at the Suns Warriors game last night, and there's like been rumors that like the Suns are a potential suitor for him.
No.
So that would be interesting. But yeah, that's my take on where we're at with Ja.
Yeah, dude, like you guys said, man, it really is tough, like just being a fan of a small. I mean, look, dude, like I'm wearing a Ja jersey right now, like not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. I got two like bigger Christmas gifts, and it was this jersey and then the white Vancouver jersey that was Morant as well, and it's like, man, I wanted it to work here. Like you said, we've never had a superstar, even like in the grit and grind days, those were so fun to watch. But man, there was just like, I'll always remember senior year of high school, buying that 10-game pack with you guys, going and watching Ja Morant play, throwing down the lobs in transition. Like that I think about that one against the Cavs all the time, and it's like, dude, and we had one of those, like, I was always arguing this guy's a top 10 player. People didn't think of him that way. Some people thought he was more in like the 12 to 15 range. I thought he's more of a top 10 guy, especially when it matters, come playoff time and he gets up for the big games. And not only that, man, but like you said, he's a world superstar. Not only that, but like he loved being here. He embraced the city like almost nobody had, at least like we were used to seeing with the core four, right? Like, you're used to seeing like, Zach Randolph's paying MOGW bills for people in the city. And Mark Gasol is, played high school ball here and, like loves the city and always giving back. And Mike Conley's doing the same. And Tony Allen lives here. It's like, we love people that love us back. And Ja, he bought the house out in Eads, and his sister went to our old high school. It's just like, you really resonated with that, and I wanted it to work. I think we all wanted it to work for sure, and wish him nothing but the best too. Like people just love to hate. People, like, seriously, whenever like anybody asks me, oh, you're a Grizzlies fan, is that guy still shooting, getting in trouble, whatever? And it's like, dude, like, I know people like to crack jokes and like be funny, man, but it's like, nah, people just love to hate. Even like when he was injured, it was like, oh, the Grizzlies are better without Ja Morant. And I was like, do you know how dumb, how ignorant you sound right now? I mean, the guy at his peak, I thought he should have been first-team All-NBA over Devin Booker in his most improved year, 2021, 2022. I thought he was more – obviously I'm heavily biased. I thought he should have been first-team All-NBA over Devin Booker. You know how dumb you sound that a team with an All-NBA player is better without that player? What are you talking about?
He was dropping 40 points in playoff games.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, like, what are you talking about? It's just so iconic, man. You know, he's got the shoes. I mean, despite everything that's gone awry, I mean, his shoes are popping off. You know, like you say, he's got the call 12 celebration. It was so fun. That was underrated, dude. You know, everybody talks about like the Chef Curry like night, or you know, the LeBron crown, dude. The call 12, man. I thought that was iconic as well. I hope John Morant is, you know, I wish him nothing but the best. I would be disappointed if he does go on to like have all NBA seasons post Grizzlies era. That would upset me, but you're right. It's just time to move on, and don't be sad that it's over. Be glad that it happened, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you already see the stuff. You know, he's listed his house for sale here, and writing's already on the wall. So, what were you getting to though, Eric?
Just like figuring out like what teams would want him, like because I know there isn't really a market, but the recent rumor I've seen is like the Kings and the Suns are two teams that would be interested in him. And then there's a what, Luke?
Sorry, like the Kings like always trade for like these. It's a totally a Kings move.
I feel like a team like the Bucks like kind of desperate one last like run with Giannis or something. Like I don't know. There's just not a lot of value for him, but I feel like there's got to be a couple teams that are desperate that would be willing to take him on and see if it works out.
Yeah. Do y'all have any more thoughts just on the season as a whole? I know we kind of already talked about the draft moving forward.
Yeah. No, I think I'm still the lone believer in Tomas Isolo.
Yeah, I think you might be on your own with that. Yeah.
I don't think he can be judged upon anything. And I think he's handled it with class. So.
I mean, yeah, that's true. And just
the team played hard. Like
that's true.
Never let go of the rope this year. Like sure we were losing games on purpose, but like usually the first 3.5 quarters were really entertaining, and we were like trying. Like we ethically tanked. Like they were trying hard and playing basketball, and then at the end we'd let go and like purposely lose. But I thought the effort was there this year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Coach until we find like good players, I think. Then we can switch him.
So he gets to go through all the losing, but doesn't reap any of the benefits.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, if that's all of our takes for the year, I've got a fun game that I saw on another sports podcast, kind of commandeering that and twisting it in our own Grizzlies way. So I'm going to give you guys clues on who this player is. Won't tell you the name of the player. And the first one of y'all, you guys, either one of y'all can say, yes, lock it in. I want this player on my team. I'm going to see which one of y'all can build the best starting 5 plus a sixth man. So you guys have 6 roster spots.
Okay.
And, you know, this player we're taking just this player and their Grizzlies career, and they can range from, 2021, 2022 John Morant, or John Morant's entire NBA career, I guess, if I'm using that, or it could be all the way to Marko Guduric.
Take it away.
That you don't know anything about this player, but I want to see how well y'all know your Grizzlies history, your Grizzlies roster history, and whenever y'all want, after whatever clue, you can be the first one to take him.
Okay.
And then if we get all the way to the 5th clue and y'all still don't want them, then you can rock, paper, scissors. All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody get okay. I'm not like super great at explaining stuff sometimes. So, all right. First name up here. This player was a lottery pick. Probably not going to do much for you, but that's the first clue. This player was our lottery pick. The second clue is this person played high school basketball in Indianapolis, Indiana. Third clue, his dad was an Olympian. His dad was an Olympian. A lottery pick, played high school in Indianapolis, and his dad was an Olympian.
Oh,
Number 4.
I think I want him. I want him.
You want this player?
I think I know who it is. Yeah.
All right. Eric wants this player. Eric, you get Mike Conley.
Yes.
Oh, I was
Eric,
thinking Desmond Bain because I
The
knew
Olympian.
he was too.
Desmond
Okay.
Bain from Richmond, Indiana.
Sorry.
Outskirts.
That was good. I like those clues.
Okay.
All right. Next player.
Weird.
This player played for Florida in college. The University of Florida Gators.
I know who this is. I know who this is already. I think.
You want to take?
No.
Okay. This person is classified as a shooter.
Yeah. Eric, you can.
You rock, paper, scissoring.
A career 43-point percentage.
That's fake.
He last played in Denver. He's a rookie of the year. He won a rookie of the year.
I know who it's. Eric can have.
I don't know. I don't want him.
All right, rock, paper,
I
scissors.
can guess who it is. Can I give him to Eric?
No, I know who it is too.
Is that fair or no?
Rock, no, you guys both know who it is. So rock, paper,
You
scissors.
do?
So winner of yes, I know who it is. So winner of rock, paper, scissors doesn't get him. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, since y'all both don't want this player, yeah.
Okay. That's 2 to 3.
Sure. Rock, paper, scissors. Wait, what? What was that? You're
All right,
going like
let's
so out of rhythm. You were like rock,
start.
paper, scissors.
Scissors,
Okay.
shoot.
Okay, no. Okay, start. Start now. Caleb, you count it.
All right. Here we go. Y'all get ready. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, wait. He did it late.
No, he didn't.
Hold on. No, dude. Eric got rock.
I got rock. All right, that's
Eric
1.
got rock. We'll alternate from here on out.
Okay.
That's 1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Y'all are 2 out of 3. All right. So Eric. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Wait.
I
what was?
also did scissors.
Oh,
I put
okay.
scissors up.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. So it's 1-1. 1-1. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I did.
Okay. Both said. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
All right, Eric. All right, Luke. You get Mike Miller.
Oh, I thought it was Chandler
I
Parsons.
thought it was Chandler Parsons. Wow.
No, dude, Chandler Parsons didn't win Rookie of the Year.
Oh.
I was like, dang, you guys really don't want this player?
I would have taken Mike Miller. I thought it was Chandler Parsons.
Dang, bro. I thought, dang, all right. Yeah, dude, you should have known. Chandler Parsons didn't win Rookie of the Year.
I didn't
I
know.
should have known he didn't shoot 43% from 3.
40% from
40.
all right. So Luke gets a better player than he thought. He gets Mike Miller.
Yes.
I'm still winning.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Third player. This player was a lottery pick. He is from African descent. His current age is 39.
Nope. I don't want him.
He went to UConn,
I know.
and he was drafted over 2 future MVPs.
Nope.
Eric has to take.
No, I don't. We rock, paper, scissors.
Bro, we rock, paper, scissors. All right. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, Eric, you get Hashim Thabit to your roster. You now have Mike Conley and Hashim Thabit.
It's over.
This player, fourth player, this player won a college basketball championship. This player was born in Brooklyn, New York. This player was a consensus All-American in college. This player went to Louisville. Player went to Louisville for college.
Russ Smith.
And this player is 6 foot tall.
Russ Smith.
Russ Smith is the player.
It is him.
It is the player.
Wow. What a pull. Luke, do you want him?
I don't want him. No.
Dude, I think we got to alternate after. Y'all are getting these players and then you don't want them. I think we got to alternate.
Okay, this is the last one.
Just one. Just one.
Just one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Yes. Luke gets him.
I swear he does it after me every time.
Russ Smith. Russ Smith, welcome to your team. All right, so Luke lost that one, which means we're just going to alternate. Eric, if y'all get to the end and neither of y'all want them,
I get the next one.
Eric gets the next one. All right, so Luke, you have Russ Smith at the point guard, Mike Miller at the shooting guard. Eric's got Mike Conley and Hashim Thabit. All right, this next player, his brother played in the league.
I want him.
You want this player? Yeah. Luke, you get Mark Gasol. Mark Gasol, welcome to Luke.
I thought of Mark Powell at first, and then I was like, maybe it's Andrew Harrison. But yeah, I wanted to take the chance.
I was scared.
All right. There we go. Moving on up. Next player. This player won a college basketball championship. Second clue. This person's basketball reference nicknames are G Money and Debo. This person averaged 9.8 points per game in his Grizz career. Fourth clue. This person was a part of the Mike Conley trade.
I think I know who it is.
Last clue. This player is classified as a dirty player.
Oh, Grayson Allen.
Yeah.
Takers? Anyone? If Luke doesn't want him, then he goes to Eric.
I feel like maybe I should take him because there's going to be some more bad ones out there, and I want Eric to have them.
First come, first serve. Whichever one you wants him.
I'll take him. I'll take him.
Eric's got Grayson Allen. Welcome to welcome to the team. All right, next player. This player played in the Pac-12. Thought that was going to be a dead giveaway for Luke that he wants this player. This person did not play his sophomore year of college due to being investigated by the FBI. Third clue. This person was given an elite nickname from Brevin Knight.
I want him.
Eric, quick to the punch. You get DeAnthony Melton, Mr. Do Something.
6 man. Can I slot him in the 6 man?
All right, what's your you can go ahead. However you want to arrange your roster. So okay. You've got D-Melt, Grayson Allen, and
Mike Conley, Hashim Thabit.
Mike Conley, Hashim. Okay, and then Luke, you've got Mike Miller and Russ Smith.
Yeah.
And Mark Gasol.
I'll put Russ Smith on the bench. If that's okay.
All right. Next player. This player is 6'10". This player was a McDonald's All-American in high school.
This player went to Michigan State.
I'll
This
take him.
player has a 7-foot, 2.5-inch wingspan.
I'll take him.
Eric.
He's
Quick to
Xavier
the punch.
Tillman.
Eric, you get Deontay Davis.
Oh no! Oh no!
Man, really sounded like Jaren Jackson Jr., didn't it?
I knew he was gonna do that.
I was
Well,
really
I
proud
thought
of
he-
that one. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought he tricked up the brother question, so I was like on. And since he didn't trick up that one, I thought he wasn't going to trick up this one.
Do you have a full roster at this point, Eric? Or do you have one more?
I think I have one more.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta start buying.
This player has an iconic March Madness run.
I don't want to.
This player is classified as athletic.
That narrows it down.
This player has a signature shoe.
I'll take him.
Luke, quick to the punch. You get Ja Morant.
Yes.
Ja Morant, the point guard. You got a tough decision. You got to go Russ Smith or Ja Morant. Point
I'll
guard.
have to think about that.
But
I'll
he gets
put
2026 John Morant.
He gets the entire span of his Grizzlies career.
Yeah.
Okay. Next player. This player went to Duke. This player went to Duke for college. This player is a 2-time NBA champion. This player is classified as a shooter. This player was a 2001 NCAA champion at Duke. He was a 2001 NCAA champion at Duke. And the last clue, this player played with the Grizzlies from 2001 to 2006 and 2011. Any takers? Any takers?
Jump ball goes to Luke here.
Jump ball would go to Luke. Luke, you get Shane Battier.
Oh, okay. I'll take him.
Luke gets Shane Battier. Welcome
My
to the
team's
team.
looking good, dude.
All right, so quick recap. We've got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 players left. Y'all know y'all's roster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric, who do you have?
Mike Conley, Hashim Thabit, Deontay Davis,
Grayson?
Grayson Allen Grayson Allen off the bench.
And D'Anthony Melton.
D'Anthony Melton.
Anthony Melton. Okay. So you've got one more?
Yeah.
You've got one more? Okay. And then Luke, you have Mike Miller, Russ Smith, Mark Gasol, John Morant, Shane Battier.
I'm going to make a note here so I can keep track.
All right. Next player. This player went to Kansas for college.
Wayne Selden.
Are you taking this player?
No, I'm just throwing out names of potential.
This player was drafted in 2011.
Hmm.
I don't think that's Wayne Selden.
Me neither.
This player was named co-MVP of the Summer League along with Damian Lillard.
Oh, I know who this is. I think I want him.
Eric,
If
filling
it's-
out.
I'm taking Darrell Arthur, if that's him.
Eric is filling out his roster spot, his last roster spot with Josh Selby.
Oh,
You get Josh Selby.
Did Darrell Arthur go to Kansas? I like Darrell Arthur.
All right.
Selby.
Luke, do you have one more roster spot?
Yeah, he went to Kansas.
Who did I get?
You've got Mike Miller, Russ
Oh yeah,
Smith,
yeah, I have one more.
Mark Gasol, John Morant, and Shane Battier. So you got one more. Okay. Well, I did 2 more. I did 2 more players. So I guess we'll do that. Luke's got 1 more roster spot to fill, and then for the last player, if you it'll be an odd number, but if you guys guess the player with the clues and want to take this player to substitute a bad player out, you can do that.
Okay.
I guess, Eric, you can do that for either one of these last 2, but Luke, you
Does he
can
have
also
to guess who the player is?
I mean,
Or you
it's just again like first come first serve for the pick.
okay.
All right, so 2 more, last 2. This player is a point guard. This player played college at Vanderbilt.
I'll take him. I guess you gotta go.
Luke, quick to the punch. You get Wade Baldwin the fourth.
Dang it.
Thought he was
Good
Scottie
question.
Jr.
Good trick question.
And he ends up with Wade Baldwin.
Okay.
Fell into
Wade
a
Baldwin.
landmine.
If you had waited for my next clue, you would have held off because it was still playing professionally for the Turkish league. And and then I think my 4th clue would have given you a hint. He has a 6'11.5" wingspan.
What could have been with Wade Baldwin?
I know.
All right, so there's an odd number of players that I did for this last player. If y'all guess it, you can substitute this player out for somebody on your roster if you want.
Yeah.
All right, this last player was the 4th overall pick. This player played for John Calipari at the University of Memphis. This player won Rookie of the Year.
I'll take him.
Luke,
Can I take him and get rid of Wade Baldwin?
Luke, you get Tyreek Evans.
Yes.
And then you can substitute him out for either Russ Smith or Wade Baldwin, whoever you want.
I'll keep Russ Smith. And
That was bad marginal revenue, bad marginal cost there.
You produce a MR equals MC. That was good.
All right, so let's stack up y'all's roster. Eric, what was yours?
Mike Conley, Grayson Allen, DeAnthony Melton, Deontay Davis,
Josh Shelby.
Josh Selby, and was that 6? Mike Conley. Yeah, Mike Conley.
You said Hashim Thabit?
No.
Yeah. He's got
Yeah.
issues.
Oh yeah, I got his. Yeah, I got his.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then Luke, what was yours?
John Morant, Mike Miller, Shane Battier, Tyreek Evans, Marcus Gasol, Russ Smith.
I think Luke is taking this handily.
I think so too.
I think Luke's taking this handily.
You've got Mike Conley. He's pretty good, but
Grayson Allen, shooter. Josh Selby, dog.
no.
Deontay Davis, scrappy.
Oh man, I don't know, man.
We'll take it to the
Anyways.
blacktop.
I don't know.
That's
That was fun, Caleb. Thanks for doing that. That was fun.
yeah.
That was really fun.
I thought I just saw it on the podcast on some podcast, and I was like, this would be fun to do with the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
The trick questions were great.
Dude, I was really proud of the Deontay Davis one. I was like 6'10", Michigan State, All-American, and I was like, this sounds exactly like Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had for the show. Did you guys want to touch on anything else?
No, hopefully we have to do an emergency axe cast after the draft because there's some fireworks
Yeah,
after the draft lottery. We'll see.
right.
That'd be good.
I'm with you on that. Well, if that's all we got, we'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in on the Saturday, April 18th, 2026 edition of the Axe Cast. We're all signing off here. Caleb, Luke, and Eric. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace.